Good morning. Today we will be discussing the topic Vasthu. So, Vasthu and spirituality, consciousness, and awareness. So, how this is connected actually? Vasthu, I have studied Vasthu, so I know in depth what is Vasthu. So anyone can go to Google and search what is the basic of Vasthu, and you have to learn yourself actually. I'm not going to explain, or you can join a course of Vasthu, and I'm just going to tell certain important things we need to be aware in this area. So, uh, what is happening in temple, church, and mosque and spiritual places, and certain ashramams? What is happening, and that we need to analyze. So, most often people will say that when we visit a place, we feel something very peaceful. Commonly, every one of us says that actually. So, it's not the case of spiritual center also. Certain particular place, it can be a park, it can be a beach or something. So, people will be having an inclination to go that particular place. So, what is happening in that particular place? See, here we need to learn the Vasthu. Vasthu means the different directions. In different directions, the five elements, some basic things are there. Forget about the theoretical value. See, I'm just telling. See, when we go to different houses, we feel a different feel actually. So now we have to observe what is happening. If we go to a house and we have a different mental peace, then the house is well set in Vastu. It is science actually. It's science. See, even in your house, when you are in certain room, you feel some mental peace. Mental peace. There the Vastu works actually. The direction in which you face, the direction in you work, the direction in which the room is situated, the direction of the ventilation, the doors, the air circulation, everything works actually. So it controls or it affects our mental status. So the Vasu is not set, what will happen? It will affect our mental status, and once the mental status is affected, then our physical body will be also affected. So illness will come to us. Illness will come to us. So whether we should follow it or not, that personally we should learn and we should understand this is a science. Once you violate a science, what will happen? Then accident will happen. Then you have to take all the side effects. So then what I'm now going to tell is, we visit temple, mosque, church, spiritual places. But in every religion, you just take it, they will be naming two or three places which is the epic center. Which is the epic center. What you call the ultimate. So now we have to closely observe what is happening when we enter that particular church, mosque or temple. How this mental peace is coming to us. There, when we closely observe, then this particular place will be related. If you go to the history of the place, then we can analyze certain hidden secrets. So one by one I'll explain. One thing is, once you know the Vastu Shastra, then when you go inside, then you will understand this place is perfectly Vastu set place. So what will happen even in our house or wherever we go, if it is a perfect Vastu related place or following the Vastu principle, then mental peace will come. So Vastu is working, science is working there. Then historically this place will be connected to some related things, either God, spiritual master or something, or you call the place where that person's physical body is lying. Like a lot of theories. Go back behind that. Go back behind that. So, has any particular place has any relevance? As we say regarding human being also, whether the land has a vastu, whether that particular land has a Vastu. So there, if we go on the history of the land, then we can understand certain patterns there also. Certain patterns also. Then different theories can be connected. Different theories can be connected, and it can be said the place has a certain kind of energy. It's not the construction, it's only the place. But both works. But both works actually. See, these are depth things which a layman cannot understand. And he will enter a particular place and he will get some mental peace. Then he will think some spiritual experience is there, a God is present there, and he will be manipulated by the other group. Because they want money and they will take money out of our ignorance. So what I'm telling is, see, well set places wherein the Vastu is perfect, then we will get it. And if a place is not Vastu well set, if a house is not well set, what will happen? The people inside the house will not be, they will not get mental peace, and even they will not get physical wellness also. Illness will come to them. So where does it come? It comes from that particular defect in the Vastu of the house and what you call the history of the land will be having something. So these are certain inside things which we need to make a research. At least the place in which we are residing, at least the number of rooms which we have, either it would have been constructed by ancestor or we would have constructed. But if you check it with Google and YouTube, don't go to any consultant. And if there is a Vastu defect in the house, then check yourself and your family members. They will be having a certain kind of illness and they will not be having mental peace. So this is purely scientific. The next thing what will happen, we will go to an astrologer. Then what he does, he knows the science. So for curing the defect, instead of curing the defect in the Vastu, he will tell to go a particular place and do some spiritual practice. Then your illness will be corrected. So we are entering into another area which is called the mantra, tantra and all the other things, which is there in the Veda, the rituals and all the other things. If it works actually. How it works? Because the scientific side of mantra says anyone who is telling mantra or listening mantra will affect his neurons. And once in your neurons is affected, the result comes. Lot of research has been done, different mantras, Gayatri mantra, you name anything. The old Egyptian mantras, what you call, everything, every rituals. And what is happening in the ritual? They are using the 5 elements, the air, the fire and all the other thing. The same thing is used in Vastu. So whether we need to learn or make a research and then do it, or just go behind these people who have little knowledge, or they will be having knowledge and they will misutilize our ignorance and they will take money from us. So what I'm telling is, when you go to certain places, certain things will happen to you. Certain things will happen to you. So this is science. This is science. So the next thing is, if you go to a place which is not properly set by Vastu, then what will happen? Our body and mind will be affected. And if an astrologer or a particular person has no knowledge about this Vastu, he will suggest a place. And if you go to any place, let it be worship place or any place, if the Vastu is not properly set, then the person entering there, his mental status and physical status will be affected. So what I'm trying to say is that learn this process, learn the basic science of Vastu, the energy, how it affects. So then we need to proceed. At least we need to learn the house, the place where in which we stay. Either we own it or we stay there as a tenant or anything. So the next thing is actually, so visiting such kind of places, beware why we are visiting. What is the purpose of visiting a particular place? Why we visit an astrologer? There is a problem. So now I am telling the problem is with us because we are ignorant. Go with the Vasthu, correct the Vasthu. But that I am telling, even certain places have a Vasthu. So certain points we cannot correct in certain stages. So these are not superstitions of what I am telling. I am purely talking about the science, where in certain points the science cannot tell you something, wherein we have to experiment it in our own lab, then we have to make an analysis, then our intuition will say something, then we have to go with that. That is the voice of silence, or that is the voice of consciousness which comes inside us, and that no astrologer or no person should, and no authority should compel us to do. That is my point. Thank you.